Okay, guys, I am live. I'm back. I'm excited. I have another amazing author that's on this tour with us. Her name is author Tiffany Teachey. We're live on Coach Nikki Zeigler. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Instagram. We're live on my Coach Nikki page, regular Nikki page. We're live on Periscope. Hey, Periscope people, how y'all doing today? YouTube, don't forget, hey, share this live. Hey, on the Coach Nikki Zeigler's page, let's do a watch party. Share this with some people who are on the tour and really enjoying this tour with us. I am just excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I am excited. Yes, that's right. It's showing under the Facebook hashtag Coach Nikki Zeigler's page, and they can go there. If you on the page, hey, come on, put your comments in. Speak to me. Let me know you are here. This is going to be a very good interview. We always have amazing authors, and so she's sharing her page now. She's sharing the page now, and so with that being said, put it back, please. Chloe's deciding to join me on this tour. A 7-year-old, she's in my office, so yes, I'm calling you out. She's in here bothering me, guys. You guys know, as a parent in all this virtual system, your kids is always around now. So I'm excited about everything that author Tiffany's doing. I'm gonna go ahead and bring her in now. Welcome to the tour.
Thank you. I'm excited. Thank you for having me.
I'm excited to have you here. So let's talk about this book.
Okay. Well, I'll just tell you a little bit about me. My name is Tiffany Teachey. I am a senior mechanical engineer. I am a professional speaker. I am a STEM, which stands for Science, Technology, Engineering, and Math advocate. And alongside with that, I am an author. And so with that STEM, I created a book called What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z. And it's a children's book. It's encouraging more kids to see themselves in these books as far as STEM careers. And so I'm excited. It's 5 to 8-year-olds, encouraging them K through 2. And so it's that's what it's called. And then I've created Spanish and French versions of it. And then I've been rolling. So I also just came out last month with a coloring activity book. So that's also available. That's a spinoff from here as well. And then also a women empowerment book called Saving Lives While Fighting for Mind, Stories to Empower Women to Win. So I have 5 books.
Women's book. I want to talk about that women's book too. So we're going to talk about everything tonight. Let's talk.
Good.
So let's talk about it. What's your first book you ever came out with?
What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z.
Wow. So how long it took you to write this book?
It took me about 2.5 months. And so it was published in December. So it's been a year, December 2019. And so it took me about 2.5 months. I learned the whole process of self-publishing and being able to see it intuition, working with an illustrator, all of that, and then making it happen. So about 2.5 months.
Journey. So I know once you got the book in your hand, you was like, oh my God, it's my book.
Right. It was an experience where I had to be patient. I had to learn to stay in my lane. It was a learning process because I know I cannot draw, but I have a vision for the characters that I wanted. So I had to work with the illustrator to say, no, this is how I want it as far as how I want the look. I have 6 diverse characters in the book, kids. They call them the STEM crew kids. And so working with the illustrator, telling them how I want to describe them. It's all diverse from races to different gender. And so also being that it's technical, I had to be able to make sure we could break it down so they could understand it from the power lines to the different equipment. So I still had to work with the illustrators to do that. And then a book designer, editor, and a formatter. And so I worked with a book team and learned the process from there.
Wow. So that's the first book. Then what's the next book?
Next book was, I decided to do I did a French and a Spanish version of it. So it's still the same thing, but I said, why don't we expand the market and do a different version of it as far as trying to expand the market and still share the STEM journey as far as how they can learn the careers. Now, sort of bilingual a little bit. I kept the letters in it, and then I left the English description of the career. And so then they can at least learn that in the process of the Spanish version or the French.
Do you have the Spanish version?
Yeah, Spanish and French. So
look at that. God, you better come on here, visionary. Stuff like that. I think that's amazing, Tiffany, because most people when they write books, it's just English, period.
Yes, yes.
So for you to think out of the box like that, man, that's awesome, man.
Thank you.
So what's the next book?
Well, then I came out with, I said, well, during the time, I said, why don't I do a women empowerment version of it? So I collaborated with 11 of us authors, saving lives while fighting for mine, stories to empower women to win. And it's just encouraging women to empower themselves. And it's an anthology, so it's collaborative things. It's 11 of us women, and we're representing and encouraging others to be able to see themselves as far as going through a process, but how you come through it. And in my portion of it, the chapter is called Against All Odds. I start off with the words, we all go through a test, but we come out with a testimony. And so I tell the journey, I tell the journey of the discrimination. I was in the segment with discrimination and empowering, how I dealt with being a curious young girl, asking the questions in class, to then becoming that STEM role model. And so I tell the journey of trying to encourage more, and I still push that STEM in girls and women and trying to empower them and say they can be it too. And I tell some of the stuff I've dealt with while in college. It's a male-dominated field, and how I dealt with that. I dealt with how I'm working it now. I am a full engineer as well now, and so how I'm dealing with being in a male-dominated field, being a female as well as a African-American female in a male-dominated field. So it's just been a journey representing as an engineer, but I tell my journey in that book as well. So
I'm actually doing an anthology right now.
Okay.
I'm looking for other women to do it with me. I'm looking for 30 women to write this book. It's called I Am an Overcomer Woman, and I want them to talk about how they overcame obstacles that made them who they are today. So I can so relate on so many levels. What college did you go to?
Okay, so let me tell you, I'm originally from Winston-Salem, North Carolina, and I went to University of North Carolina at Charlotte, and I got my undergrad in mechanical engineering. Then I went on straight through and got my master's in engineering management. And so I've been working about 16 years as an engineer in the field itself.
Hey, Lucy, we see you. Good afternoon. How are you? Don't forget to do a watch party. Hey, it costs nothing to share a live. It's free. So help us out by sharing this live, because I'm quite sure it's somebody who can hear her story. They can be inspired by her writing all of these books. I mean, this girl got English. She got Spanish. Like, how in the world? I mean, just to even think that means that your mindset is so different. I'm just so loving this.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the fourth book. So what's the fifth book?
I don't have it, but the fifth book is a coloring and activity book, and you can go to Amazon for that one. But the rest of them I have TiffanyTeachey.com, but it's a coloring book. It has a coloring and activity book. So it has all those different characters that's in the book for what can I be STEM careers from A to Z. And all you do is look up coloring and activity book. And so it has the different careers, and they can color, kids can color in it. They can see the letter with it and the career with it. And then on top of that, they get a crossword puzzle, they get a matching, they get dot to dot, they get tracing of how to do numbers. So I pull the math in it. And it's all dealing with STEM careers and STEM itself. And so they get to learn while they're drawing and coloring at the same time. So it's a fun way for them to get exposed to the careers that's in the book already, and then also do some activities so they can also learn STEM itself. So science, technology, engineering, math. So that's all spread throughout there. And so that's a combination. It's a good companion to the book. And so it's just a way for them to both be able to read it about it, as well as be able to color and see themselves in it as well.
Who has been your motivation?
Who? As far as writing a book or just well, let me tell you, initially, I always thought I wanted to write a book. I just didn't know when and what it was going to be. And so ironically, last year, I saw on Facebook Crystal Swan Bates, who was telling us how we can do a challenge of best-selling book. You can sell your best-selling book. So she's the one who taught us in the group, in the Facebook group, how to do and how to write a book. And so I'm gonna say she was the initial, showed me how to do it and learn.
She was that seed. It's what you call a seed sower. She sowed that seed.
Sold the seed. She's a great, yes. Okay. Book coach from that end. So it came out of nowhere, but a book coach came in. And sometimes you got to get guided. I needed structure, and that's what came at the right time. And so by having that structure, that helped me know what I needed to do. And then as far as the anthology book I was a part of, it was with Ayana Gallum. And so from there, she taught us how to write the process of telling your story, pulling from it, and how we can make a transformation and provide steps in it. So between those two ladies, those are the ones I learned from an anthology standpoint, and then I learned how to do from a children's book and publishing standpoint. So I think it's always good to continue to grow and learn and that's what I've been doing throughout this year. I've been a year in as an author in this journey, and it's a business, and that is what I've learned. Once you become an author, you are a entrepreneur. It is a business. And so that's what I've learned. And so that's what's inspired me, because of the being now that's what it is. The mindset is now there.
Wow. I'm so excited for you.
Thank
so
you.
My question to you, what do you tell someone who really wants to write but don't even know where to start? What would be your piece that you could tell people who are watching?
Right. I would say just start writing. Get an outline. Start identifying what is it that you really want to tell your story. Tell your story. I told mine through telling the kids. I love the kids. And so what is it, your target audience? And that's another thing I learned as far as the process. Who is your key target audience? Who is the one you're trying to write this book for? It's not for you. No, it's not about you. It's who are you writing it for? So you have to remind yourself when you're writing the book, who is your target audience? So start writing, doing the outline, but then identifying the target audience and what do they want? Start going into these groups, going to the Facebook groups, seeing who your target audience is. Start searching. There's some key things that people are really have a need for, and they need to hear your story. And so that's why I push it to say, you can write, just know somebody needs to hear your story. And so that's what I would tell them. And yeah, that's what I would say.
Yeah. So where do we find these books? Where are they?
You can find my book on TiffanyTeachey.com, TiffanyTeachey.com. And I'm open to being able to do autograph sign books. So if you go to my website, you get an autograph sign books.
How much are the books?
So the books vary. So I have a paperback version, which is $12.
Okay.
Then I have the hardcover back book as well, and that's $16. And so that's the same for the translated versions as well. And so from that's that. And then for the Saving Lives While Fighting for My Stories to Empower Women, like I said, you get an autographed copy. Come to my website, TiffanyTeachey.com, and that is $20. And so from there, the coloring book is $8. It's $8. It's $8.
Miss Mary Andrews said, I found the book and it's awesome.
Thank you. I'm so appreciative. Thank you for the support. I appreciate you.
Yeah. Do you know Miss Mary?
I do. It's my aunt. I'm gonna give a shout out to my aunt.
Give a shout out to your aunt. Hey, Auntie.
Yes, Auntie. She's been so supportive. I just thank you. You are always there, and you notice when I share it, she's always there. So yes, I'm gonna give a shout out to my aunt. Thank you.
Right. Take care of the family members that be supporting, because most don't do it. So why you gotta give them their flowers while they still living.
That is true. That is true.
Wow. Okay. So of course she'll put the information on the screen. She said thank you. Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely put so when we hang up off this live, of course, Tiffany will go back and put the information on under that, so in case you got people want to buy books. She got 5 books, man. You got to support her. So what have you done during this pandemic? What have you done besides writing books to keep you busy?
It's been an adjustment. Like I said, I'm a full-time engineer, and then I'm also an author. So maintaining now working from home, it's been an adjustment. So the remote aspect of it, we're on Zooms all the time. So adjusting to that. But then I'm taking some time just to step away from it sometimes. I can't get out like I want to. I am a people person, but I will say lately I have been going to do some book fairs. So I've gone to a mall this past weekend. I'm trying to tap in gradually, but I did do a book signing. And so I'm doing some of those as well to try to get the books out there. But I've been doing virtual book readings. I've been doing a lot of school visits via virtual. And so that's also been another thing that I've been doing alongside with the book itself. And then just from a relaxation state, I've gone to sometimes go to the park and just sit there and just embrace and listen. And so I'm learning how to be at peace with what we've been presented. And I think that's the biggest thing. COVID has caused me to say, okay, Tiffany, you got to take some time for yourself. And that's what I've learned as well in the process. But also I wanted to know that I'm capable of still coming out of this COVID and being able to accomplish a lot in the process itself.
Wow, that's major, Tiffany.
Yeah.
Well, I'm so excited about you jumping on this tour with us. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Periscope. We're live on Facebook. We just live everywhere. Instagram, everywhere. So definitely, guys, it's nothing to do a watch party. Share this live. Show some love towards Tiffany. She's amazing. an amazing author, and she'll be definitely putting her information on this post so you guys are able to reach her at any point in time. And so let's go back over those prices one more time.
Okay. All right. Well, I will say that my prices are, once again, What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z. The main book that I came out with is $12 for the paperback. And then for the hardcover, which I have also in Spanish and French, the hardcover versions for What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z, you can get it same price. For hardcover is 16, paperback is 12. And then also Saving Lives While Fighting for Mine, Stories to Empower Women to Win. It's a women empowerment book. 11 of us authors wrote it. But if you want a signed autographed copy, come to my website, tiffanyteachey.com, and that's $20 for that. And then finally, I have the color and activity book. Right now, it's on Amazon. And let me tell you, let me put this out here too. And the name of that is What Can I Be? STEM Careers from A to Z, coloring and activity book. So look that up. But I am an international best-selling author. I forgot to put that out there.
Come on now.
All these books, I've become a best-selling author with all of them. So I'm all about making a difference. Like with the first book, I woke up on Christmas Day, and it was on Christmas Day of last year, and found out I was bestseller in STEM education. So the fact that I'm making a difference in STEM, that's what made my day.
That makes a difference.
Yeah. So.
You're educating your people, so that does makes a big difference. So
yeah.
We are elated. International bookseller. Come on, God.
Yes. Thank
God for that.
Yes, it's a blessing.
Keep pushing and keep striving for greater. We will continue to pray for you as an author, that God will let you touch everything and it turns into gold.
Yes.
And you're reaching people who need education. So that's a major plus for you. And if I could be any assistance, let me know. And I'm so happy that you had a chance to join this tour.
Thank you. And I need to also put out, I am on Instagram and Facebook, of course. So Instagram and Twitter is at Tiffany Teachey. And then my Facebook is look for author Tiffany Teachey or Tiffany Teachey author. And you can find me on those. But once again, my website is tiffanyteachey.com. And you can get autographed, signed copies. Once again, I'll put that out there. So definitely check me out. And I'm so thankful. Thank you for this opportunity for me to be able to. This was good. I enjoyed the conversation. So thank you.
I was so excited when I read the thing. I said, oh, this is going to be good. Because I have a 6 and 7-year-old, so I can relate. You know what I'm saying? Of course, I'll be buying my copy anyway because I want my kids to learn. So I'm excited. I thought this would be a great interview, so it was right on time. So
thank you. Thank you.
Take care, girl. Enjoy the rest of your day. Happy holidays. Enjoy your Christmas and New Year's.
Same to you. Thank you.
Take care. Bye-bye. Yeah. Guys, don't forget, go follow her. Go follow her page. TiffanyTeachey.com. Go to her Instagram, go to her Facebook page, go to Amazon and buy her book. This lady wrote 5 books. You got to support her. And she's an international best selling author. Okay, so stay tuned. We'll be back tomorrow with starting off with the next tour for the next 7 to 9 days. Exciting authors. You be blessed.